The Trent and Mersey Canal once was the lifeblood of Stoke-on-Trent, now a scenic trip into Stoke-on-Trent's industrial past. The canal side is littered with abandoned pot banks where Stoke-on-Trent once prided itself in the best pottery in the world. Some factories cling on to the canal edge, producing goods for worldwide distribution. New houses mixed with pockets of old houses are a regular theme along the canal. We've always known that canalside housing is hot property, but does a development really have to connect with the canal side? Unfortunately, Stoke-on-Trent's very few canal developments do not connect with the water side. This is clear with Persimmon Homes' development in Westport Lake. I feel the development has been promoted due to the proximity of the lake, not the canal. I find the bland range of house types do the location no justice. Some residents have even added extra windows and balconies to enjoy the view better. The canal has a sloped natural edge, while the other side has a solid towpath edge. What else does Stoke-on-Trent's canal developments have to offer? Elsewhere in Middleport, these shocking apartments sit on the canal side like a modern-day prison towering above the water. It's almost like they're afraid of the canal. Surely there is a better way of connecting with the canal and making canal-side living amazing. There is a way, the Burslem Port way. Homes for a new generation, the best in cutting-edge design. Why not be part of something unique? Be part of Burslem Port. Burslem Port Canal was closed in the 1960s due to a breach in the canal wall and has since been filled in. This is the site of an exciting new project, the project of Burslem Port. Let's take a look around the designated site. The Burslem Port Canal ran across the ridge in the foreground, following this path. Hello there, we're looking down the old Burslem Canal that used to run into Middleport. Basically, here's the canal behind me. This used to be the site of the historic Burslem Port. This is where it came off the main Trent and Mersey Canal. So as you probably look down there, you can probably see the actual route that it takes. It's a bit bumpy. Down the bottom here, you can probably see there's an existing culvert down there that takes water. There's I can only imagine that's some kind of overflow drainage dam of some sort up the top there. But anyway, all the water's coming down this way towards going under the culvert. But as you can see, the route of the canal is quite clearly designated by this footpath. Now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the route of that canal right towards the port. As you can see, I mean, it's pretty parallel to the canal, as you can see there. So we'll have a look and see where it goes to. According to the plans, the canal sort of takes a left over towards the big building there, and I believe there's remnants of the old towpath along there, which we'll have a look. You can see now this drainage channel here is sort of mellowing out a little bit now, but obviously, you know, in terms of potential, I mean, this is a great valley here, but a drainage channel like that could actually be filled in with the remnants of what's dug out of the canal, as long as proper culverting techniques were used, you know, to create quite a nice parkway through here, you know, nice wide towpath either side, you know, and resting on obviously buildings like that really. I mean, that's a beautiful building. Now here you can quite clearly see some concrete edge in there. I mean, it does actually look like a concrete edge to a towpath. I aren't sure if it is or not. Maybe someone can tell me, but this is actually the position the canal went into. According to the plan, it goes right up to this building. Now you can see this building here, beautiful old building, some lovely portholes situated around it, but I think, you know, with some TLC, a building of this magnitude could be saved, but originally this actually sat alongside the right along the canal. And if you can look over there, a lovely ice tree there. We'll continue along now. Clearly see that someone has actually gone and cleared the towpath, the existing edge of the canal, which I'm assuming it's the existing edge canal. And obviously you can see now the edge of the wharf building there just sticking out. At the moment it's being used for a skip company, which you can probably hear them now. But you know, and what is nice about this area is, even if the port was reinstated, you can clearly see that there's such a lovely greenway into the development area. You know, it's a shame. You can see there where the concrete edge goes all the way up there, and you can see now this is where it's basically just buried with lots and lots of soil. Now as I stand here, you can see to the side of me, which is the side of the canal, which is going to be the proposed soft edge, there's a very sort of green corridor with a lot of big trees in the vicinity. You can just see the canal as it just comes through here now. I imagine it sort of disappears down into this dip here where the wharf building is. But basically, where you're actually looking at now is, if you can see the corner of that building, if I pan across here, this is actually where the first set of colourful houses start here. So as you come into the marina, you will actually see these houses, the colourful houses in the plan along there, and then they sort of run here. So in actual fact, I would actually be standing now. This position where I'm standing would actually be where the promenade or marina edge, the solid edge where you could walk down, would be sitting, and here, just where that corrugated steel is, that would actually be where the first houses would go, and then they would run from approximately to the end of the building there, and they would join onto the corner of the existing wharf building there. You can actually see here, just where the wharf building is, that concrete pathway does actually sort of swing its way round to the front of the wharf building there. Now where we're actually looking at the front of the wharf building there, as you can see, it's got this horrific extension on the end of it there, which is, it just extended the roof. But within my plans, what we actually do is we actually keep the actual block as it originally is in its original size, and we also obviously remove that extension there. Now where we're looking at now, onto that corner, will be one of the corner plots, the one in blue, and that will join onto there. Now that building will be sort of done out of a half timber finish, with a sort of light coloured render over the bricks there, so it'd be pointed, but you'll still get the look of the Victorian look of the bricks, etc. But obviously, you know, that building there will go. Where all the green shuttering is there, that will actually be the biggest part of the marina part of itself, and that'll be part of the seating area, etc. And you can just see that there. And there's a little slope just down the side there, which is where Slater Street is up there. But again, the side of the canal is really, really green, so you can have that really nice natural edge up the side there. We'll proceed on. All this this area to the left now will all be part of the first phase of the first part of the marina. Looking back, as you can see, so the houses join in, and this is all the area here. The building, which you can't see behind all the steel, will be becoming a sort of cafe, community building, a shop for a boat related stuff, and also some toilets and shower facilities for people who are thinking of staying in the marina overnight. Now, as we come here on this side, just behind there now in this position, it's really hard to say, but that will be where the other set of houses will be coming around in an L shape here. Now you can see here there's the existing canal bridge there already. Now that will actually be which is a bit of a footpath, but that will be removed and created and left with something a bit more contemporary, and that will run the road back through where it was meant to go originally. Okay, so now we're standing on the footbridge, the old footbridge. Well, this will actually be a new modern contemporary bridge running just down here from the new houses up there straight through, and then joining back over onto the main road again. So the phase one, the part one of the development is all that to the right hand side, all that to the right hand side. So obviously you've got the housing blocks there and the marina building as well. Looking over to the left hand side now, we have the original marina port there. So this slice of land here can be used for many different tasks, and the main sort of marina and port will be at the far end of the site. So basically, where the road separates, over on that far side there, this will all be water. All this area here, but over on the far side there, this will actually be a large sort of apartment block over there. We're open, obviously these buildings probably aren't likely to be there, but a large apartment block, and also the port buildings will obviously come around the back there, and obviously straight down into there. So that's where we're looking at. Now I'm actually in the original port area. This was the original port of Burslem, in this sort of site here. Now in this site, against that back building there, we'll have a selection of boat workshops, etc. And then over on that far wall there, we will have some more luxury apartments, and then bringing it round there, obviously that'll be part of the marina and the flats complex from around there. And obviously future development would be over if that building disappeared there. This is one of the access roads out of the site there, and you can see that lovely stone wall is still in situation. I think that'd be a really sort of nice feature on the development there, and it runs all the way along there. There's a building here, quite a fairly modern one, which, as you can hear, is making fairly minimal noise really, but a lot of clay and pollutant down here as well. Anyway, that's Newhomeshistorian. This is where as you can see, one of the buildings there, this is where the road comes down and curves around the corner into the development. It's one of the big, like I say, one of the big companies working here, but as you can see, the development sort of curves around there. So I'd imagine the road just needs to be straightened off down there slightly, and then run it back up into Middleport. Well, this is the local park here, and as you can see, between the park and the building over there, so you're talking the back of the properties there, as you can see, there's actually quite a green sort of corridor along there. Well, it would be in the winter, but you can see it's ideal. Thank you very much for watching our video. Here are a few pictures of what the Burslem Port Canal would have looked like. But as you know, this is the past. The future is a lot more brighter. The future of Burslem Port is changing. A new development, a new future, a new life for Burslem Port. Join us in part 2.